Hey folks, this is Ted Cantu, and I'm here with Dean today from the 420 group. I want to point out a few things about ADHD. Of course, it's a very serious condition that can really affect your attention, and as far as keeping your focus, Dean has a solution here for you that is quite extraordinary. And with that, I want to welcome Dean from the 420 group.
Thank you very much, Ted. And on behalf of the 420 group, we're very pleased to be here today. Yes, we're working with folks in our clinic through the benefits of medicinal marijuana to help them deal with their own particular conditions. In this particular case, we're talking about ADHD. And we found that there are certain strains of the medication that are beneficial in relieving and providing relief to the patients. Very important for you to know as well that in addition to the ADHD solution, we also have strains and recommendations that we can make on strains for actually helping with focus and also primarily with focus. And there are the whole gamut can be covered, but let's just stick with the ADHD approach right now, and not the others. But so with proper strain selection, we are able to help folks minimize or alleviate the symptoms that they've traditionally experienced with the ADHD medications. And we also know in the media the prevalence of all the side effects associated with some of the ADHD type medications that are traditionally accepted as our route to cure in society. But we believe that through the healing properties of the medical marijuana properly selected strain, you will have the same type of holistic or natural relief, and not have potentially some of those very dangerous and sometimes life-threatening side effects that can happen through through the ingestion of the traditional medications associated with ADHD. So we've been pretty successful with helping folks find a happy medium where they can alleviate or minimize the amount of medication that they're traditionally accustomed to taking associated with that condition of ADHD.
Well, that's outstanding, and you have it really covered here with all these different strains that pertain towards different ailments, and this is really great because it can also help you focus, and also, I would imagine, probably improve your concentration.
Absolutely. And there are, as one starts to get into the healing properties of this, it's like an onion, you start to unpeel it and you find that there are additional benefits that may go along with it. I mean, as Ted had mentioned, increased focus, or you may have actually, a relaxation effect where you're able to not be so, symptomatic of the ADHD, disease. And so, we're excited to be able to provide alternatives to folks in a what we believe to be a safer methodology.
That's great, and with that safer methodology, there's no need for pharmaceuticals here. This is all a natural, very holistic approach. And folks, if you're out there listening, you may wonder how to get signed up in this process, and what does it take, and what's the waiting period? What are your expectations if you've never considered this type of therapy before? Dean, what does it take to get signed up in this program?
Actually, Ted, it's pretty simple. You would either contact us via the web address or call the phone number to set up an appointment. we would then bring you in for your own personal appointment. We operate in full compliance with Michigan laws and HIPAA compliance, and so we can bring you in, have you spend some time with the doctor, consult with myself or one of our other staff regarding proper strain selections, and then get you set up so that you can mail your paperwork into the state and become a legal card-carrying member with a alternative methodology for your affliction.
Well, that's really great to hear. Now's the time to take action because your clinic is you're open 2 days a week. You're in Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Correct.
And also, you've got this thing mapped out to such a science. It's really interesting to go through your notes. And of course, folks at home, you can't see what I'm seeing. Dean is actually meticulously taking notes on different ailments and different conditions, as well as different strains to match those conditions. And it's quite impressive, your work. You have a really unique angle on us that is not really too apparent to other clinics, and I think it's very amazing what you've done.
Well, Ted, I really appreciate the compliment, and I think our clients are our best testimony, and we do have a number of folks who are pleased with our services, and we'd like to have that opportunity to also help you. So we appreciate the time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean.